Ladies and gentlemen, today Corvette World will weigh in on the following C8 Corvette values. Plus, I'll show you all their new C7's and C8's. Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. As you can see, I'm back at Corvette World because today Corvette World is going to weigh in on the C8 Corvette pricing falling or declining. Robert wanted to address this and talk about their pricing and what it's been doing over the last month or two and what it's done over the last 6 months. So that's what we're going to do. If we have time, I'll show you guys some inventory. I think we will have some time to go over some inventory afterwards. So real quick though, before we get into it, my thumbs up squad has been absolutely incredible. Please smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, smash it whenever you think it deserves a thumbs up. Also, if you are new to the channel, please consider joining the Brink of Speed community by smashing that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. All right, let's get inside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see, I'm here with Robert, and we'll let him take it away.
Okay, well, as of right now, prices haven't gone down per se, especially on these new 21, 22s.
What about 2020s?
They've leveled off. 20s, yes, they did go down a little bit. Now, here's the thing, and I read in the comments on the last video, they were talking about, I forget, one of them mentioned about, the natural downturn we get during the cold season, as well as we're dealing with inflation.
Sure.
Both are still very true. Inflation is the wild card. As you all know, without getting political, inflation is a big problem, and it is affecting everybody. It's affecting all of us. It's affecting prices. So one thing that needs to be kept in mind, and this will affect the MSRPs down the road. They've already gone up. I've been able to look at window stickers of 20s to 21s, 22s, and each year you see an increase.
Oh yes, of course.
The Z51 performance package is now $6,300.
Right.
It's gone up, from $5,000.
Sure.
So $1,300 over 2 years. Yeah, that's a pretty good increase. So how much of that's related to inflation versus profiting the C8? I don't know, but inflation is going to be a factor from here on out, unfortunately, at least for the next few years. 2020s have gone down a little bit. That's what I've been able to get, like this one right here. So we got a 2020. This is a front lift mag ride car, ceramic gray, transparent roof panel, high wing spoiler, Z51. So this one here, so you got a very heavily loaded car with 4,100 miles, and I got it under 100.
Yeah, and it's got the carbon fiber interior package.
Yes.
It's got GT2 seats. It's got the Trident wheels.
Yep. And front lift mag ride.
And it's got brake calipers, and it's got the high wing, mag ride, front lift.
Yeah. So this is a very heavily loaded car.
Yes.
And you see it. You can get them under 100 now. So yes, 2020s have gone down.
Sure.
Yes. The exact percentage I couldn't tell you because the issue is the mileage. As you know, when Mike was showing you that video earlier when he was scanning car gurus, some of those cars that were cheaper in the 80s, you saw some that had quite a bit of mileage on them, in the teens and the 20s. When I say quite a bit, I'm talking Corvettes. I'm not talking compared to regular cars. I mean, I've got 50,000 miles on my truck right now in 2 years, so I drive a lot. So, it's all relative. But for Corvettes, generally speaking, the average Corvette owner typically puts between 5 to 10 on their car if it's a routine weekender for them. Some people garage clean them and they don't rack them up miles at all. And then, of course, we love those cars. We get a lot of them in. But the reality is, 2020s are the best bang for the buck you can get right now in the C8s as far as used market goes. The 22s are still holding strong, but Mike is right. If you, like even our rivals just in the Dallas Metroplex, irregardless of, where they sit, case in point, we have a 2021 3LT Z51 mag ride convertible, and we got it at 120, and that's being a 21, and then you get a 22 with 2LT Z51 mag ride, front lift, and he also puts it at 120. So
yes.
they're pretty much right there. They're kind of close, but the variable is how loaded is that 2LT? Is it like this, where it's a max loaded 2LT versus a light 2LT and the 1 year offset? But the biggest impact I've noticed has been the mileage. The 22s, I just sold recently a car that had 4 miles on it. So that one, obviously, as you know, went higher, but we had to pay a lot more to get it. 20s, I'm able to get them cheaper because I'm able to buy them cheaper.
Sure.
So they are, as they trickle down, we're able to reflect that in our pricing, and that's where it's going.
I guess what I've noticed, though, in the last 6 months that I've come in here is that the pricing seems to be right about the same.
Yes.
Every single time. This is definitely an exception
Yes.
in my book.
Mm-hmm.
This caught my eye immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, wow, for everything that this car has in it, that's a really good price.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that $95,000 is it's
yeah.
amazing price for a used
Look, for those of you commenting in frustration, okay, as I've stated in previous videos before, I'm a Corvette fanatic and I still can't afford a Corvette. So if you think that I even have a pipe dream chance of affording a $100,000 car, I sure as heck don't, let alone a cheaper one that I would like to get at this stage in my life. So of course the higher price ain't helping me either accomplish that goal. But for those that can't afford it, the market is starting to get closer to where they want to be. And whether we like it or not, there are many of you that are customers on these cars at these price points. They are, because look at my showroom, Mike. I mean, turn that camera around.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you were in here just a couple weeks ago. Now, I still have the row in the U, if you will, but look at this empty space. This was all C8's. I've now got a handful of C7's in here. The one behind you is in there right now signing up, and the gray one over there is going, and the blue one's leaving here in 2 hours.
We had 39 C8's in the showroom at one time.
39.
39.
Wow.
So I've heard people in the comments state, everybody just needs to wait and be patient. Well, you want them now, this is how you get them, and people are not waiting.
Yeah.
They're buying them. Look, for those of you that want to wait. Get your order in, get it in, and make sure that dealership's going to charge you MSRP. Do it. And get your order in and lock it down.
That's right.
But that's all you can do. That's if I can get them at MSRP, I would be thousands cheaper. When I say that margin, $3 to $7 grand, that's the reality. So obviously, I'm not raking bank here. The owner isn't doing that. Our success has been volume.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be doing that if the prices were out of whack.
Right.
But if you look at everybody as a whole, like Mike did the other day, they are out of whack. It's all over the place because you've got, and I can't go into private details, but let me do it this way. I've listened in the conversations that Marty has with some people calling to sell their cars, and I can't tell you how many times people have got verbally altercated, very, very combative with Marty with our bids sometimes because they feel their car is worth, well, they want above what we would retail it for.
Which is exactly what I stated in the last video. Everybody wants the most amount for their car.
They want as much as possible. You want to retail it. Now they don't want to deal with the the hassle of going through the sales process.
Right.
Essentially, what I do for them. We go through I have to teach the person the car. I have to explain the car. I have to put all this nerdiness that I have for this car to use, and that's why it works well for me. Because the Corvette kind of sells itself. I'm the teacher. I show how the new tech works. I explain the car. I know the details. I know every option.
Sure.
That's my job, essentially. The cars kind of sell themselves. And how can you blame it? They're Corvettes. The only ones I have to work on is obviously when I'm facing the competition. And I've converted a lot of Porsche and a handful of Ferrari guys. And I'm right now working on converting a McLaren guy. We'll see if that works.
Sure. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was even if the market has declined 4% in the last 6 to 7, 8 months, that's a very tiny amount to go.
It's small, and
that's less than 1% a month.
And in the case of 2022s, it hasn't really affected them other than, the good news is they're not going any higher. Like I said, with the exception of that C8R, the cap on my max loaded cars have been 120, and they don't get any higher than that.
Sure.
We just got in a white 22 3LTZ 51 mag-right front lift, fully loaded. It's got a 92 MSRP. Okay. And again, I don't know what he's going to price it at yet, but I can tell you this: we paid him over 100 to get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say.
Sure.
So people are not going to cut them loose without making money. Because you think about it, you got MSRP, then you got taxes and fees, and I'll tell you right now, and this is where some people get mad. And where we've had some issues in the back when they try to sell us their car. If you purchased your C8 at a dealership that gouged you up 15, 20 grand, you're probably not going to like our bid, because we try to price them as aggressively as possible. And if I got the same car, like, okay, I got this car right here at 96. If I got somebody that they have to have 106 for it in order to make sense on their end, what sense would it make on my end to have the same car, similar mileage, load out, 10 grand, 15 grand higher?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work. It really is a weird market right now. It has been for the last few years. COVID, the strikes, you know, the parts chip shortages, everything. Everything has really made this a very unusual time for the automotive industry.
I think what we're trying to do is just show everybody what pricing has truly done. This is a much better environment to show what prices have done than the internet, because that's 2,000 plus cars that are literally
and
from 180,000 down to 80,000.
Yeah. And in between that, you got private sellers.
Yes, that's right. You have
and
lots
private sellers
of private
can do whatever they want.
Yes.
They, you know, some of them are pricing them a little cheap. Some of them have done modifications to their cars. So if you haven't noticed, on C8's, we don't take modded C8's.
Right.
We don't touch them.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, there's a lot of variables in play, and you got to be careful with that. You know, we've had we've had a handful of cars, you know, that people have tried to load on us that had damage. They had issues. Right. And there's resources out there. You know, remember, you got Carfax and you got AutoCheck. And if you got a relationship with your local Chevy dealership, maybe they'll be nice enough to even pull up the GM VIN number details on the car.
Sure.
I have that ability here, and I can do it on my inventory.
Sure.
I don't give that information out free-handedly on the phone. I just want to put that out there. This is for my customers here at Corvette World.
Right.
I've had some customers, and God bless you all, but I've had some customers ask me to help them with other dealerships. You guys got to understand this is how I make my living. It doesn't look good to my powers to be if I'm helping people at other dealerships.
Right.
I appreciate it. Look, on the street, if we're at a car show, no problem, because that's on my time. But when I'm on Corvette World time, I have to dedicate to my customers here. That's why, you know, just understand that, you know, I appreciate that we're getting a lot of calls wanting that kind of assistance, or even to build their car. But I have to ask that question. If the Chevy dealership themselves that you're ordering from is not helping you build that car, I have to question that Chevy dealership, because usually the good ones have a dedicated Corvette guy that should be easily able to help you or assist the secondary salesman that's assisting you directly to help build your car. You know, you can use these videos as a reference point. As you can see, we've had a mother load of different varieties of color combos, option loadouts. Me and Mike have gone in great detail over these last 2 years with these cars.
Yes.
So, you know, feel free to scroll back to his older videos. Look at some of the content, you know, just to use it as an informative, because he's done some great videos of these cars of these different colors. Some oddballs, including that orange one behind it there with that blue interior that apparently only me and Mike like, but nobody else does. You know, so.
Yeah, go to my playlist and you can click on Corvette World videos, and you'll easily be able to see it.
Yeah, so just, and I just throwing that out there because I've heard these phone calls. Just understand that, you know, I want to help as much as I can, but I have limitations to that if you're not here being a customer on my car, you know. But the videos, the resource that we are, and there's others out there too, you know, use them. But if the dealership that you're working with is not helping you, and they're being resistant to give you the information that you need to make your decision, well, what do you think that falls on? That falls on that dealership, and maybe you shouldn't be giving them business.
So basically, right now, Corvette World prices as far as 21s and 22s has basically remained pretty much the same.
Yeah.
We do have winter happening right now.
Yes.
Which is also a factor, like we talked about in the beginning. Inflation is a factor, but I'm really interested to see what happens with the Z06.
Yes.
Especially because we are going to see probably more Z06s than we expected, which will take away from the C8 Stingray being built. So there won't be as many Stingrays as there could have been if they weren't doing the C8 Z06 at the same time. That may actually cause values to go up higher.
Or at least stay the same.
Or at least stay the same. And springtime through summer may cause prices to remain the same as well.
Right. So. And this being a specialized market, you know, if we do hit a real bad inflation / recession scenario, which obviously for those of you paying attention to the economy, it is a possibility. The Corvette market is at least niche enough that it may not hurt it too bad for those of you if your situation is clean enough to where you can still invest in this through these times. I was talking with the owner, you know, again, he's been here 31 years. Now think about it. Have we had a handful of recessions through those years? Oh yeah.
Of course.
And 2008, even he'll admit, was not exactly a pleasant time, but he says despite that, things were pretty stable here.
Sure.
Because, you know, again, this is not a daily, this is not a market-based, this is a luxury.
That's right.
My folk. This is, very few people use this as a daily commodity, even then, and let's face it, as practical as Corvette is, and it's probably the most practical supercar on the market when you look at what you can do with it, it's still not meant to be that. It's not a daily driving truck, it's not a daily driving sedan. You know, this is an excess. So the people that invest in this, they can do it, and that's
right.
what it is. And for those of you that can't do it yet but want to, which includes myself, you know, our day will come. Eventually, if you want it to happen, it will happen. You know, but we're probably gonna have to wait. I know for a fact I'm not gonna be in the budget for a C8 any day soon. My first vet most likely will be a C5. You know, it's gonna be an older one. Not because I don't like a C8. Hell no, I love these cars. I know I can't afford them. You know.
All right, so we're done with that. Now we want to go over the newest inventory that's here. So we're going to start with this Black Rose Metallic Grand Sport.
3LT Grand Sport, obviously Black Rose. We've talked about Black Rose before. They only did it in 2017 and 18. Obviously, it's a retro color from 92 to 94. This one here has the visible carbon fiber hood stinger. It's got the satin black wheels with the carbon center caps.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
And it is a.
Is it a manual?
It is an automatic, but it is a 3LT. So you get the Napa leather diamond stitch, and the classic black.
And this is a 2017 with 20,000 miles for $70K.
Want some low mileage? Here we go. I got a 2017 2LT Stingray Coupe, automatic, MPP exhaust and nav for $59,900.
Wow.
3,700.
2017 with only 3,800 miles for $60K.
Oh no, I apologize. Sorry, no MPP on this one, Mike.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. You know what it is? We've got 4 Long Beach Reds in, so it's been. If you like Long Beach Red, now's your time because I got a handful. And I got this one, and we got one that's in service. The one that you can see it on our website. The one that's in service, 84,000 miles, 3LT Z51 mag ride, whole clear bra with the front.
84,000 miles.
84,000 miles, and you look at it, you wouldn't think it had anywhere near that kind of mileage.
Nice.
So that's why we kept it. It's on the website. It is currently going into service today,
Okay.
but it has a clear bra over the entire front.
Nice.
So paint's good.
So we got a couple of Z06s to look at now.
Yep. Now this one we've actually had before. This is another one. Okay, in case gentleman had a life change, he's upgrading to a truck, so he unloaded this back to us. This is a 2019. It now has 22,000 miles on it. It is a 2LZ with nav, 19. Black on black, black wheels, red calipers. With a beautiful set of Michelin PS4s on there.
Yeah, they look.
The all
brand new.
season 4, excuse me. And a lot of tread.
Oh yeah.
Okay, obviously we're talking about.
This is the one that we were talking about earlier, but we're just going to show you.
All right. So I mentioned before, 2LT Z51 Magroid front lift, Trident, Spectra Gray machine face wheels, and the edge rig calipers. It
Look at
does
this.
carbon flash mirror and spoiler, carbon fiber interior package with the Sky Cool Gray interior.
Yeah, I really like this with the Sky Cool Gray. I didn't think I would.
I don't know. No,
I really do.
Now I don't know how the lighting is doing here. He did a wrap, the black gloss black wrap here, and here, to kind of create that effect where the transparent roof panel. This is your transparent roof panel.
Yeah,
Kind of blends in to create this all black top.
sure.
From a distance, it looks good.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
say. It's subjective, but good thing is if you don't like it, it's a wrap. It can come off.
Sure.
Of course,
All right.
high wing spoiler and carbon flash. So again, very nice car, very clean car. Does not have the engine appearance package, but again, you do have the mag ride.
Sure. All right. Now for the Beautiful blue Z06.
We got a 2018 Admiral Blue Z06, 21,700 miles on it. When this car came in, the previous owner had a bunch of extras on it, some of which we didn't like, some of which was okay. Now, one thing he did have was a ZR1 style front splitter. So we got that on there. He put on these aftermarket, they're meant to look like carbon fiber. They go over the front pieces here. Kind of mixed on that look, but it is aggressive looking, I will give it that.
Sure.
Obviously the chrome wheels. Stage 1 side skirt, stage 2 spoiler. And then he's got the car, oops, somebody locked it. Okay. It's got the, I don't know what you call it, the stick-on carbon fiber interior.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is made by hydrocarbon. American hydrocarbon is what it's called. And it is a piece of carbon fiber that they literally put 3M tape on and put it over the dash instead of having to remove this whole dash and put a brand new piece on there. And he put that all over this car. So as you can see, the center console has it as well. Looks pretty nice.
When the car came in, it actually had like something that looks similar to carbon fiber over this.
Oh, really?
We didn't like it. We got rid of it, but we left this in here. He's got a little piece of carbon fiber in the back.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The piece he had just was not flush with the rest of it, so we put it back to where it's supposed to be.
Sure.
But for the mileage, it's in extremely clean shape.
This one is 2018, 21,700 miles for 73,000. All right, one more Long Beach Red.
Yep, another one. Here we go. Another low mileage. This one is convertible. This one's got 7,000 miles on it. We got it at 68. This one here is a 2LT with the ZF1 appearance package.
Beautiful, and it's convertible.
It's got the Kalahari interior.
Yeah. It's pretty, man. I like that combination for sure.
Also got the spoiler, the MPP exhaust. Oh, you may have noticed we've updated our frames. We're now getting with the times properly.
Nice. It's got the C8 logo on there. I love it.
Be more recognizable when we sell our customers.
Yes.
She's
Beautiful.
clean.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
clean.
All right.
Again, this is a 19 nice car. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I can point out across the room, we've moved several in our service department. We got a lot of cars going. We got more coming in. The owner just advised me we do have 6 more cars coming in. Should be here within the next week. So if you're in a hunt for a vet, let me know what you're looking for, and if what we got coming in fits your criteria, I'll give you a call. But we're always getting more in.
Sounds good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed our explanation, especially Robert's explanation about pricing. I wanted Corvette World to really weigh in on that, just so that you guys could understand what's going on in the real life Corvette world. So
I will say this before you thumbs up.
all right.
I keep getting calls also about, are we going to get a Z06 in? Well, that's up to you guys. Who's going to sell us a Z06 actually at a price that we can buy it? That's going to be the question. Right. So if somebody does, yes. And guess who's going to be first here to be filming?
Yeah,
it?
that's right. I'll be here immediately.
Yes. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. So if you enjoyed the video, give us a big thumbs up. Leave us comments down below what you think of that. If you have more insight, what's going on in the market today, great. We'd love to hear it right down below. Also, if you don't want to miss a single one of these videos, make sure to smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. If you need to get hold of Corvette World at all, they are going to be up in one of the corners. You can contact them, either Robert or Sue Ann. Give them a call and let them know which one you're interested in. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys out on the road.